Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and today I have a fun, fast, snowy thank you penguin card. This has just been perfect for all of us who've been going through all the snow across the country. So crazy, right? I made this thank you card using the Close to My Heart Artfully Sent Cricut cartridge, and here's the sizing, and also the Create a Critter cartridge, and here's that sizing. So let's go ahead and get started. This is fast, easy, fun, hopefully. Alrighty, so step one is to go ahead and get my penguin figured out here. I'm going to go ahead and stick him together. What's handy is he has got little lines on him that help you know where to put that little white section. I'm using my tweezer bee tweezers, and I don't know why I thought I would use the Scotch ATG there, but I did. So it's kind of funny. Sometimes, mostly I use glue on little things like this, but I don't know. I just had a weird moment, I guess. All right, next up I need to put all my little pieces and parts. And what I find with little pieces and parts that I cut on the Cricut is it's best to leave them on the mat because they're so tiny, it's so easy to lose them. So we'll get started with the beak. Also, the other good thing about leaving stuff on the mat is that you know where it goes. So for instance, the beak, you could see the beak a minute ago, and then you could see the little feet. Well, if I took those off and I set them on the desk somewhere and somehow didn't manage to lose them, I might be wondering which was the beak, and maybe I would have a beak and a foot, and I could mix up the pieces. It's also really handy for doing flowers, and there's buds, and there's a whole bunch of buds, and they lay in a certain direction, and the Cricut cuts them correctly like that. If you leave them on the mat, you're not going to lay them out incorrectly. If you don't, you're in trouble. So just a little handy tip. I'm using the Close to My Heart liquid glass to glue everything down. Glue gives you a couple minutes to get things straightened. As you saw, I had to really push on that little foot. What would you call those? Flippers? I don't know. His little feet. So they kind of wanted to move around, and sometimes they don't lay right, and blah, blah, blah. So gives you a little time. Now here I have a little scarf that he wears, and I'm just going to pry that up using my tweezers and stick that on him. I think he's so cute. I actually am making this card for a cousin of mine who loves penguins, and she sent a nice Christmas gift. I know it's March, so I'm a little late with the thank you, but here it is. In any case, we're making it now, and it's gonna be there. But she loves penguins, and so I thought it would be really fun to make her a little penguin card. And what's nice about the Artfully Sent cartridge is it's got all these thank you cards on it. And some of them, like this one that says thank you so much on the bottom, that's handy, and you can put whatever you want along the top. So I thought the little penguin would be fun, and his little igloo house here. So I'm just going to push that together. I did it in blue instead of white, so it would be easier to see it on a card. Because if I put the penguin up against something white, and it's white, there's a lot of white. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, something else about this card is so that you are, and here I start doing this, and then I remember the part I'm going to tell you. I start putting that the glue on the front piece, and then I said, oh, wait, I'm not going to do that first. I don't know why I decided this. I better score the card so I can see where it's going to go. So a little out of order, but you guys get the point. And just using the score pal. And then I also wanted to make sure that I put that inside piece that's white. I have two white pieces, as you'll notice. And I want to make sure I put the right one in there that's the right size. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that stuck down, so that when the card is closed, because I want it to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the exact size of the card when it's closed, so that you can see the thanks so much when it's closed. See how that is going to look? So that's obvious to see. At one point I was going to put white behind the thanks so much and then another white piece on the inside, but I decided it would be better just to have one white piece. So see, that works out just fine. So there we go. I'm going to be mailing this, so I really do not want to put too much, I don't want to pop dot it up too much. And currently I can only seem to find really thick pop dots, so I'm going to just go ahead and put this on flat. Keep it nice and flat for the mail. The mail can tolerate some level of puffiness, but not 10 tons of it, if you know what I mean. Alright, and then I kind of trying to decide where to put them. In front of that, over, no, there, no, no. So there's a lot of playing around with this stuff. And then I decided, yeah, there, I think he looks best there. So sometimes you gotta work with these things. So not difficult at all. This is an easy card. Next I'm going to go ahead and use this stamp set, which is B1483, and I believe it's called a Thankful Heart. Yes, it's Thanksgiving, but I'm going to use a Thankful Heart on the inside. So you can use this for other things besides Thanksgiving. And I'm using some Twilight ink to stamp this. And I think I'm going to do a little practice run here, you'll see on my pad off to the side. Yeah, I'm just going to see how's that stamp. So normally I like to stamp something on a separate piece of paper, so if I mess up, it turns out okay. You know, but I decided to live on the edge and do it this way, i.e. I forgot. Also, it's good to put the little foam piece underneath. That comes with every Close to My Heart set of stamps, so you always have that. And that cushion really helps. So, sorry about my big head in the way, but there you go. Alright, and that's pretty much our card. Pretty fast. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you'll consider subscribing, leaving a comment, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Coming up, you can see all the products I used to make this.